What's up, YouTube? This is Cdog back with another Transformers Studio Series review. This is on the Transformers Generations Studio Series SS-13 Voyager Class Megatron. This is from Revenge of the Fallen. Also, check out the rest of my Studio Series playlist. I will be filling it out this week. We're going to be having a Studio Series week. I'm just going to I pretty much got all of the ones up till, the Bumblebee series movie. When I started with those first, but I'm pretty much going to be doing them back to back. So, yeah. So we're going to start with the Decepticons, and then I'll do the Autobots after. And any of the Autobot comparisons with the Decepticons will be with the Autobot reviews. But we'll do plenty of comparisons with the Decepticon reviews. Anyway, so this is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and is the best looking Megatron we've ever had. This is just a fantastic figure. I encourage you guys to leave likes if you like my videos, just to let me know that you're watching the videos and enjoying them. That'll help me make more videos for the future and help me know that you guys like the videos. So let's get to it. Let's check out the packaging, shall we? Here it is. You can see the art of Megatron there from Revenge of the Fallen. You can see the forest scene in the background. We'll check out the backdrop in a minute. By TakaraTomy up in the right-hand corner. By Hasbro in the left, or the right-hand bottom corner. And then ages 8 and up, Megatron, Studio Series 13, Revenge of the Fallen. Top says Revenge of the Fallen. Side, you can see a nice image of Megatron's face before he got his face blown away. Other side has a picture of Megatron in full, as well as a cool little Autobot cutout thing. In the back, it says big screen inspired scale detail backdrop. Shows product images of Megatron in both modes. It says forest fight. Megatron holds nothing back to unleash destruction against his ultimate nemesis. Transforms in 32 steps, and you can see the cross cells in the backdrop there. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. First up, we show the backdrop of the forest scene. You can see it's nice there. You got the tree that kind of crashed over. In one of the pictures, you can see there's the brook where Sam was running in front of. Here's what he looks like in front of the backdrop. Looks really nice. You're so weak. Very cool. All right, so Megatron out of the packaging. This figure is glorious, man. It's just done perfectly in the molding process. I have one little glitch on mine, and I'll show you right away. This just doesn't really peg in that well. The good part is when you do, it kind of pegs in. I don't know if this is a normal for the figure, but I don't think so. But when it's pegged in, you can still articulate it without it coming off. It's when you move the hinge when it comes off, but it does come off a little easily. Let's just zoom right into Megatron's noggin right there. You can see that its face sculpt is done really nice. There's this kind of wash over it to kind of bring out some of the details. You can see the nice beady red, deep red eyes, and some kind of darker detail around them to bring out the eyes even better. His teeth are done up in this kind of gold paint application, so it looks really nice. And he's in the movie, he had gold paint applications, so he had gold teeth. So it matches really nicely with the movie, but a perfect Megatron head. Pretty much 10 out of 10. And moving down, you can see he's got more gold paint applications all over his chest. Very nicely done. And some molding details as well that would probably look good with a good wash over it. You can see gunmetal paints sporadically through. We got a little gear here on the inside of his arm. A little bit on his shoulder. There's none on this shoulder, but they do have some on the cannon here. Right there as well. So looking good. You can also pull this out for when he killed Optimus. That extends out in the movie sometimes. It also transforms into a right arm. I wish for the new figure they put, they wish they gave him his arm instead of his cannon. because I'm pretty sure he had his hands when he was fighting fighting Optimus. But anyways, moving down, you can see some more of that detail. You got some nice paint applications in here, some of that gold or copper paint, and then you got some silver on top. Same thing here as well as on the sides. Very nice. You can see it come down on the feet and the inner ankles there. You can see this nice bright silver, kind of flat. It's almost like a flat silver, sort of a metallic silver on the inside and the outside of his ankles on each side. Turning him around, you can see that he's got this nice gunmetal paint for the spine area, as well as these jets that come out in robot mode better. They're thrusters, but in vehicle mode they kind of close down a little bit. So it's pretty cool the way they open up like that. He has these guns. You can see some paint applications on the side of the cannons there, and they're actually pivoted on this pin. So it's pretty cool. But that's that. For articulation, he got great articulation. You can look straight up, pretty much as if he was flying or something. He can tilt back and forth. And he does have some degree of tilt, but like I said with mine, when I tilt it, kind of comes up. But he does tilt, if you noticed. Of course, you can turn it side to side. And I suppose if it worked good, maybe you could kind of do this and bring it down a little bit. But I'm not sure, because mine won't do that very well. But anyways, shoulders will go out to the side on that side like that, and this side like that. So you get a couple different options there. I love this detail. I like it's got that kind of commander shoulder pauldron. But anyways, you can swivel around like this. You can also dislodge this tab. There's a tab right there, and use it as on both sides, of course. But you can get some butterfly poses, butterfly joint poses, and it'll pretty much reach right across his chest. You can touch his head and whatnot. He also has a little bit of articulation in his hands here. You have this one and this one. They're both on hinges. There's just two basic hinges. See? Let's attach that back together. All right. For his elbows, he got nice deep elbows on both sides. More than 90 degrees, about 120 degrees, because that would be 90 at a flat angle, and it goes all the way up to there. Got bicep swivel for the hips. Go full splits, and they're nice. See the shake test? Nice. Same with the hips, front to back. It can probably go up even higher than that. Yep. Nice kick up, nice kick back. You got the thigh swivel. We have a knee. There's this knee, and there's this one. And then for ankles, he has ankle tilts. I think for the forward back motion on the foot, you really just have to use this. See, so he's got all that movement. So great articulation for these Studio Series figures. Now let's get some comparison with his Decepticon brethren. Comparisons with his, or size comparison, I guess you could call it. Here's with Starscream. Here, I'll get him at his tallest so you can kind of get an idea of what when they're standing up versus. There. So there's him with Starscream. Here's him with Brawl. We'll move him back a little bit so you can get an idea here. There's with Brawl. Zoom over here for a minute. And then here's him with Blackout. And Blackout is weird because his knees are hard. There's no detent to kind of tell you where he's supposed to be. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be around like this. So blackout's supposed to, or maybe a little bit less, like that. So he's supposed to be about a foot smaller. And then here's Starscream, so you can see all of them. Let's see if we can get them all in there. There's the kind of the 4-pack of there. Boom. So there's all the Decepticons in one shot. A real quick shot with just blackout to show you that Megatron is actually a smidge taller. I believe it was 33 feet and 32 feet. And just for fun, and for those that are new to this studio series and have only the Power Ignite or the Energon Igniter Power series, here's the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron from the Bumblebee movie. So, yeah. Move that out of the way. Alright, so for transformation, he's actually pretty cool. You want to start by, I guess we'll start here. So we're going to untab this. This is tabbed in right there. You can see a little slot in the tab. You want to untab that and swivel this 180. Actually, we're going to undo these hinges first. These come down like this. They're nice and tight. Like that. Now, once you do that, you can swivel this around 180. Oh, one thing I wanted to say is these are on backwards. For those that are just tuning in, I put them on upside down because they actually stay on this way. And that way I can keep them. They are upside down. I do know that. I'm just keeping it this way because they will fall off if you put them on the right way. And they're on the back of its legs, so I don't really care. You can also see more paint applications on the back here. A nice silver kind of wash. But anyways, you want to bring those down, rotate these around to the, what was it? Yeah, to the back, like this, and like this, like the way I had it, I guess. Sorry. You want to start to straighten this out, and then right here, there's a little slider. You're going to want to hold it and slide it over, because that'll lock it straight. Then you can take this, flatten this back out, take this, keep this on the inside like that, and then pull this up to the top like that, which will be the top. And they still fall off, but not as much when you're handling it in robot mode. Oh no, this is a different set, never mind. You also want to bring these to the middle. What was that? Something like this. Well, we're gonna want to do that. Let's leave them for now. All right, next we're gonna do this one too. So straighten out the leg, swivel it over to lock it in place. Bring this down. This is gonna become the top of the leg, so we're gonna bring this up and bring this down. This is gonna be like this once we get there. But now we're gonna go attend to the top. I'm gonna raise this up just a little bit. You're going to want to untab these, and you're going to bring this part out. It goes in, yeah, there goes my head. I'm just going to leave it off for now because mine's, defective. But it bends in 3 places. You got here, here, and here when you do it into your robot. And that's what I meant with this opens up, and when you go into vehicle, flip this, and you bring it straight, and the thrusters close down a little bit. I love that detail. It's pretty cool. So you can see it close down quite a bit. You're going to want to bring this back. You take his arms and you swivel them around so the elbows are kind of to the back. Then when you're going to want to flip this in, you're going to want to take that little slot right there and the tab right here on the outer part of his arm, and you're going to want to match those up just like that. You can see them right there, and you attach that into place. After you do that, you can bring the leg forward like this, like rotating it, in case you didn't see. All right, then you can bring this down a little bit. We're going to also want to attach that tab on the top and this tab on the top as well, but we're going to do the bottom ones first. All right, same thing here. There's a tab on there, and it's going to slot into the side of his arm, which is right there. So this will flip in. in the inside and be able to tab in right there. You can see it, tab in right there. You take these and we bring them. There's a little slot. There's a slot right there. You can see it in the silver painted part, as well as on this side. There's a tab right there that got a slot in, kind of above his. You can see it up there. So we're gonna try. Oops, we're gonna do that one first. I'm gonna bring up that. Hopefully everything's nice and combined. Get everything out of the way. Oops, I'm done too now. You can play cat and mouse a little bit, but it's not too hard. And then you're gonna bring it back. We're gonna tab that one in first, if we can. And then over on this side, we're gonna tab this one in next. Gonna make sure you see what I'm doing here. That's it. Just like that. Alright, we wanted to swivel this forward. You're going to want to do the same thing with this side. Bring this out, swivel this forward. Next, we're going to take these tabs and we're going to attach them into that slot right there. And it all kind of depends on how you have it, but you just want to line it up, snap it in. Oh, hold on, guys. We need to make sure the head's on. Normally, you don't have to worry about this, but I do. So I have to worry about the head on. And sometimes it seems to tab in better. Oh, it's going to loosen up all my tabbings. It seems to tab in better from this point when you get it tabbed in. There, like that. I think that's in there, right? Isn't it? That's sideways. There, see, it's like that. We have it all nice and tabbed in. Everything still else is tabbed in. Yep, okay. So we're going to start tabbing those in now again. This side first, I guess. These come up and hook into his mouth on one side. Do it on the other side. There's a slot right there above my thumbnail. And back over here. Like that. And then you put these forward. And then you can go back and try to make sure everything's tabbed together. The main part you want to do is get this part in, because that will lock it all together like that. Once you get that one in, you can redo this one, but usually that one doesn't really matter. It's this one that matters, and the two bottom ones. But there you go. And we have him in his vehicle mode. And then what you do is you put it down and you kind of push it all together. Last thing you want to do is open this, and they're on a double hinge. You use your, you push it in like that, so it's into the middle, so it won't get in the way of the wheels. Let me reattach this now. I had it perfect too, except for that part. Okay, everything's good. All right. Let's tab. Yep, that's tabbed. All right, so there he is. And then what I meant is you put it down and you kind of adjust it, making sure that everything is, by pushing it like this, it'll all roll on its wheels. Kind of. It's not 100% good at rolling, but it does have wheels to roll. But there you go. There he is in his tank mode, and he's freaking fantastic again. I mean, they just nailed this figure, dude. And the new one coming out, the Revenge of the Fallen Battle Damage Megatron, looks awesome too. It's with darker silver plastic and more silver applications. And I'd like to see it all in that color. I mean, I'm waiting for that figure. But you can see the paint all on the side of the legs and the feet. It all comes out nicely. This part flipped open, so you can see it better. These parts were open. I don't know if I said that part, but yeah, well, you're going to want to close those. If they're open like this, obviously you're going to want to close them. It's possible that they weren't open all that much, so they just kind of close themselves. The key is to get it lined up so it goes in front of his mouth like that. but he did have his eyes looking forward in the movie. Just a fantastic figure. You get a little bit of movement here, but I don't think that's really anything intentional. We do get these cannons, so it's kind of cool. You can see that gunmetal paint, as well as back here a little bit. You can see some thrusters molded in on these inside these molded parts. And yeah, there we go. Pretty cool. You can see more thrusters up here. This should be painted a little bit fiery color. Very nice figure indeed. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe for more toy reviews. Remember to check out all the rest of the Studio Series figures, all my movie figures. I do Armada, Energon, Cybertron. I do animated, Transformers Prime, and anything else. Stay awesome, stay subbed, stay tuned for the next video. Check out my Twitter at Cdog Cdog 4, all lowercase, no spaces. And that's a wrap. Peace. I'm out.